Welcome everyone to the 7 Days Podcast. I am Boy123 Jim, and a lot of shit went down the past week. From Paige having her nudes leaked all the way to WWE in talks with Ring of Honor of purchasing Ring of Honor and everything in between. I'm honestly, I don't know about that. I honestly don't know about the whole WWE buying Ring of Honor thing. Now, to me, I'm thinking myself, well, okay, that's good. The Young Bucks could probably come over to WWE. Kyle O'Reilly, I heard that he's going to NXT anyway. Adam Cole is planning to go to NXT. His contract ends in May. I don't know, but people like Cody Rhodes, who pass by, who goes through everywhere, TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, WCPW, World Culture, and so many more. So, people like that, I don't know how they'll feel, but yeah. Would it be cool to see Ring of Honor stuff? Yeah. A-Double was there, Samoa Joe, Punk, Rollins, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and many more was in Ring of Honor. Punk and Samoa Joe had a 5-star classic at Ring of Honor at one point, so a lot of shit went down. But I could see a lot of Ring of Honor fans getting upset about that. That if WWE bought Ring of Honor, Ring of Honor's done. If I was WWE and I bought Ring of Honor, I wouldn't put it on the network. I wouldn't do that because there's no point. That's one. Number two, you're making your employees work extra harder. As hard as they already work already, they're gonna make them work extra harder to make Ring of Honor good, which it could be good, but at the same time, I mean, come on, it's like Steve Corino and everyone else that left Ring of Honor that went to WWE. It's like, okay, Ring of Honor is coming back now. Like Ring of Honor, I'm going back to Ring of Honor, or I have something to do with Ring of Honor again. But yeah, if I bought Ring of Honor, I wouldn't show it on the network. It'd be pointless, and I would just sit there and think of a way to put. I would put all the roster. The roster would be on NXT, and then NXT would be 100 times better. Dalton Castle would be over as fuck. The War Machine would do well, and many more, But that's just me. That is just me. I don't know what could happen, but yeah. Alright. Also, I mean, just to give additional thoughts to Paige's situation, I mean, it really did suck. It really did suck for Paige for her to go through shit like that. And I mean, you just sit there and think. It's like I hear what everyone else had to say about it. People are saying how the one thing that she should be fired for is, or be in trouble for is, when she used the NXT Women's Championship and the dude bust a nut on it, right? That's the only thing people are saying that she should get fired for. And honestly, well, it's already been done and it's years old. So I get what you're saying. I would agree. I agree that she should get fired over for that, or get in trouble for that. They should do something, not suspend her, but like, I don't know, make her lose a lot of I don't know, something to make her make up for that mistake, or not mistake. She chose to do that incident, I should say. I don't know. Wrestlemania 33. I just realized it's next week. I've never been not hyped for WrestleMania. Last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I was hyped, but now it's like, WrestleMania's next week. Oh, well. Oh, NXT TakeOver Orlando's next week. What the hell? Like, it's like, you don't feel it. I think the thing I'm excited a little bit for next week is the Hall of Fame. Because I want to see Kurt Angle. I want to see Cornette. I want to see Eric Bischoff one more time. I want to see so many people, come back and just say what they got to say. That's what I want to see. But WrestleMania wise, I know AJ and Shane are going to kill it. The Intercontinental Championship match I'm looking forward to. The women's title, I hope on SmackDown women's title, I hope to God it's not on the pre-show. But I will not be surprised if that women's title match is quick. I will not be surprised if it's like a 10-minute match or 8 minutes, 7-minute match tops, because I heard that there's gonna be like 14 matches. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was, everybody just doing their moves, everybody goes out the ring, they're sleeping, and then one comes back, then there's two people in the ring, and they're going at it, and then another one comes through, another one, and then they do their finishes on each other, and then, I don't know. That's just what I think. So I'm looking at BleachReport.com saying how rumor buzz on the road to WrestleMania for the week of March 23rd. It says it's uncommon for WWE to bring back a glut of former stars for WrestleMania. This year's card proves that perhaps more than other. And even when there's the opportunity to bring guys in for backstage or non-wrestling segments, WWE normally tries to go all out in that regard. And this week, Cage Side Seats Randall Orton reported that fans can expect to see The Rock at the biggest pay-per-view of the year next week. You don't feel like it. I'm actually going to agree with a lot of people. It don't feel like a big pay-per-view. It is to me. It is a big pay-per-view. But it doesn't make me feel like it. It just makes me feel like, oh, another pay-per-view coming through. Nice. Second to watch on the network. Do a couple reaction for you guys. And then upload them as the show goes on. And edit some videos when there's a match I don't really care about. So, yeah. That's basically the pay-per-view. This is hardly a surprise. The Rock was a surprise returnee last year when he worked a segment with Cena. Before that, he made WrestleMania a fairly annual lock for WWE to get their fix of the Great One. This year, the report detailed that The Rock is expected to be in town, even if it is for a backstage segment and nothing else. Yet it's likely he'll still get one of the biggest pops of the night. If he comes out surprise, then maybe. The latest on Paige. Okay. It's not been the greatest week for Paige, obviously. She's currently in a huge controversy away from TV. I'm hearing that she might kill herself. I'm like, look, something like this is super embarrassing to deal with. I will not say, oh, I understand what she's going through. No, I'm not going to say that because I don't know shit. But what I can say is you just got to move on. You got to look at all the other shit that got leaked in the past. Look at Rollins. He didn't find out that his shit got leaked. He was doing a promo while the shit got leaked. And then later on, all he did was saying, oh, personal information got leaked out. I apologize to those who were offended, whatever. And then he moved on. What she needs to do, if she's in that state, is to move on. I hope to God Del Rio is doing whatever it takes to keep her sane, not going insane. Just saying. As the wrestling world begins to cool down again following the hacking of her personal photos and videos, she needs some milk. Talking is turning as to what kind of punishment, if any, Paige could face. Well, Orton reported that officials involved with WWE had a meeting, as many would expect, regarding to what to do with the situation. The report also mentioned that the decision was taken to have no action put against Paige, which may come as somewhat of a surprise. Now, don't be surprised, in my opinion, that she comes back and she loses a lot. I would start to think that's her punishment for the women's title incident. But if that is the case, does it leave the door slightly more open for her to make her WWE return than first thought? The Hardy Boys, okay, I knew it. I knew about the Hardy Boys situation. Their contract is not long with Ring of Honor. They're just there to face the Young Bucks because I think they're actually, sticking with what they said in the TNA promo, that they're on this expedition of gold where they're going all over the world to get championship, or all over the states, I should say, all over North America to get championships, So, hey, hopefully the WWE is the last part. It's like it's like climbing a mountain. They're reaching. The WWE is at the top of the mountain, and they're almost there. So I can't wait for that. That's it. That's it from WWE news and rumors. But yeah, that I'm hearing this how freaking TNA is freaking when they titled the videos, the titling Broken Matt Hardy, so like caps, like they're trying to make it seem like they actually own the shit. I have no say in that situation, mainly because I don't know. I don't know what happened. Did Matt Hardy sign and then, when he left, it's null and void? Like it doesn't mean anything anymore? Or when he signed, whatever he does, it's under their roof and it's not leaving. I don't know. All I can say is I want to see the broken gimmick, or maybe they can tweak it. They can tweak the damn gimmick and change it up. What I would do, since Matt Hardy's going through this, it's basically Matt Hardy. It's not really Jeff, right? What I would do, I would bring Jeff first, right? And then later on down the line, I would put Jeff Hardy in a storyline to where he's trying to he's facing someone. And then his opponent got a tag team partner, and they're beating up, the double teaming on Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy has to get tag team partner after tag team partner, failing after failing after failing. It's kind of like the Goldust Cody Rhodes situation, but the thing is, or Triple H and Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase back in 2009, when DiBiase and Rhodes would beat up on Triple H week after week, and then Triple H is like, I can't handle this anymore, and then he calls up Shawn Michaels and DX return. Maybe that's what they can do, in my opinion, with the Hardys in a huge return. If they just come back, I mean, yeah, it would be great. They would get the Hardys there, and then WWE's gonna fuck them over. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I would have done. Jeff Hardy would have came first, since Matt Hardy's going through this situation with TNA. It's basically Matt Hardy. It's not Jeff or maybe Rebby or Maxwell or Senior Benjamin even, or Vanguard 1. It's just Matt Hardy himself. Broken Matt Hardy. So I would bring Jeff in, go through that situation, and then he's like, I got someone who's got my back, and then, I don't know, maybe via satellite, he shows Matt Hardy on the screen. Yes, we, the Hardys, are going to delete you. I don't know, some shit like that. I don't know, something like that. Something along the lines of that, But that's just me. Oh my god. The past week has been so good to me. I mean, after that whole YouTube situation, the subscriber situation, I went from 428 to 425, all down 438. Jesus Christ. I thank you guys for subscribing and liking the videos and watching this shit. Like I said, I have a lot of videos coming out. Like, I have a SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 video coming out later on today. Should be by like 6:30. I'll tweet about it. So when I upload the podcast around 2:30 to 3, then you're gonna know in 3 hours and a half time there's gonna be a gaming video later on, and then tomorrow's gonna be there's gonna be a Road to Wrestlemania video, and then we go right back into Universe Mode. Universe Mode will show up on Monday, and then I plan to move it Friday, on SmackDown. I plan to move it to Friday, mainly because I want to do an NXT show, and I want to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday Night Raw, Wednesday Night NXT, and Friday Night SmackDown. That's what I want to do. But I feel like I keep switching it. Like I'm TNA. Switching it to Wednesday, to Thursday, Friday, back to Thursday, back to Friday. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird. But there's so much I want to do. But I'm not going to lie. I got bored with Universe Mode real quick. I mean, I'm just having fun with playing GM mode and playing 07 and 08. It's so fun. It's like I was able to rekindle the love I had for SVR 08 and started building up love for 07. I played 12 and I regret playing that shit. But yeah, playing some of the old games actually made me realize how fun they are. Because when I used to play them, I used to get bored real quick. Maybe it's because I could just play them nonstop. But nowadays, I relax and I don't really play a game as much. The only reason why I play video games is because of this YouTube thing I'm doing right now. If it wasn't for the YouTube, I would have. There's so much things I would have done if I wasn't doing YouTube at all. I probably would have got a better grade on the class I barely passed. I would have, I don't know, I would have probably went outside more. I would have, I don't know. Maybe I would be working right now. I don't know. I would be focusing on a lot of things. Maybe I might have my driver's license by now. I don't know. It's just that I was so interested in YouTube that much that I was willing to be like, fuck everything else. Let me stay in my bubble, and let me just do what I want to do. And YouTube and WWE wrestling is in my bubble. I don't want to hear shit about freaking bombings and shootings and all the news garbage. I don't want to hear that because it just brings me down. It's like, okay, shooting happened, someone died, someone's life got taken away. My life is going to be done soon or any time, So I'm just trying to just go through it. Just want to just relax and just do what I want, I'm just sick and tired of this bullshit how, you gotta get your driver's license. If everybody at 16 got their driver's license. You should be working now. No. The word shouldn't be in your damn mouth every time you try to compare me to everyone else. Okay, I'm not like everyone else. Different lives, motherfucker. I don't really give a damn that this kid got his driver's license before me. Good, that's great for him. He wanted to drive. I had no interest in driving for many years now. I had no interest in driving. When I was a kid, I wanted to drive. When I always tell myself, when I get older, I want to drive. I want to be on the road and shit. But I know my ass. I don't know. I don't go anywhere. Where am I going to go? The only time I would use the driving for is either to go to a wrestling event, which is rare now, or pick my sister from school, or go outside and get groceries. Hell, like maybe going to the movie theaters if I have friends, not to drive their ass. Gas money. I remember when I went to prom in 2015. That was the year I was graduating. I'll never forget. I had to pay my friend $5, but luckily he was nice enough for me to go home just paying $5. I think it was $5, I believe. He allowed me just for him to pick me up and then drop me off. You know, he could have been like, "Bitch, $10 to go," and then like, you know, $5 to go and $5 to get back. You know, but yeah, I mean, do I have it? I gain interest in driving very slowly, especially when I go on the bus and it's like this freaking slob on the bus smelling awful, or a woman with their child and the child's crying and the woman just sitting there on her damn phone not giving a shit, or, you know, I just can't take it anymore. I really can't. I really can't take the fact that I'm on the bus and I'm just sitting on my seat and I'm just looking at these people bringing in carts or bringing in shit that's blocking the goddamn way of getting on the bus. I really hate that. I really hate when people are blocking my freaking way to get on the bus. I really do. You know? But, yeah, like I said, slowly progressing of me, going to get my driver's license. My dad is really pushing me to get it, so I feel like, fucking New Year, fuck it, I might as well start doing that. Nah, but I always I ask myself this question: I get my license, the fuck am I gonna do with it? You know, I mean, if I get my license, sure, that's great, I have it for ID, but then what? I don't know. Then what? I don't know. I don't know, some weird shit. Should I give my WrestleMania predictions right now? I mean, I think I should. I don't know. Fuck it, why not? Why not? Let me see. Let me give it to you in the top of my head. Actually, no, I'm going to save that next week. I'm going to give you guys my favorite WrestleMania matches out of all the WrestleManias there was. I'm going to be honest, alright? The matches I go back to look on and watch, you know, I'm going to give you guys top 7. How about that? Top 7 best matches to me at WrestleMania out of all 32 of them. You know, so number 7, I would have to give it Rock Austin 3, WrestleMania 19 in Seattle. I just love the fact it was the Hollywood Rock, awesome theme, great attitude, and the promo package between The Rock and Austin for 17 and 19. Are the best, or my favorite 2 video packages I could ever watch. I just, when I go back on the network and I watch the WrestleMania 19 match, I watch the damn video package first before I watch the match. I really have to. It's that good. But, yeah, it was Austin's last match. He came through. They both had the match. The Rock, The funny part of the match was when The Rock had Austin's vest, and it was kind of like a curse. Like, every time The Rock tried to get offense, Austin knocks him down, and then when The Rock finally took it off, he hits him with the people's elbow, and 3 rock bottoms. I mean, it was all there, and then The Rock showed Austin respect when he left the ring, and he left Austin in the ring. You know, it was a great match. Number 6, I will have to give it to John Cena versus The Rock, WrestleMania 28. That match had it all. Like, that match, Jesus Christ. It was past generation versus current generation at the time. It was, then versus now, basically. And it was in The Rock's hometown, and it was split down the middle. It was Cena fans versus Rock fans. Cena would make promos of how he's trying to convince you that he needs this win for the guys and the women in the back that's there every week, where The Rock is just coming through once in a long-ass while, and he just gets all the spotlight to him. And then, The Rock trying to convince that he's the greatest of all time, and he's trying to fulfill that by beating the top guy in the WWE at the time, which was John Cena. he also wanted to say that he was the guy that can say that he beaten Hogan, and he beaten Austin, and he beaten John Cena. You know? So it was all there, and then Cena, and when the match happened, first of all, the entrances was way too long. You know, the Cena one wasn't that bad, but The Rock, Jesus Christ. First of all, Flow Rider had to play two songs he had to play before The Rock came out. And the one annoying thing, I love The Rock, and I love his entrance and how it's big. It's almost bigger than life type shit. But the one thing I hate about The Rock's entrance is when he and especially when it's WrestleMania and it's a big ass set that they create. The Rock goes from one side, he shows the fans some love and shit, and then he goes all the way to the other. He does the same thing, and he walks to the middle, and then he looks directly to the ring and starts doing like the Brock Lesnar shit, you know, jumping around and shit, and then he walks down the aisle. Like, for God's sakes, I don't have all day. I don't have all day. And WrestleMania 32, The Rock's entrance was the worst entrance ever. And I'm not saying that like it sucked. I'm saying it because it took forever. The Rock comes up with a freaking flamethrower. A torch, you know, he's just coming out and just putting his name on fire and shit. I don't got time for that. Having Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, I don't give a shit about that. I don't have time for chicks in cheerleader uniform that I don't give a fuck about. If this was high school, and my high school had no cheerleaders, that's how ratchet the fucking school, or poor. That's how poor the fucking school was. Alright? Like, whatever the time I was able to, you know, sit back and watch, like, not soccer, not even basketball, nothing. We don't have football at that time, so, shit. But yeah, The Rock's entrance was ridiculous, but when the match happened, the fans are directly down the middle, and it was just great moment after great moment. The Rock, the one thing I'll take away, besides the entrance, the one thing I'll take away in the match is when The Rock did the sharpshooter. Like, I finally realized how bad he did the sharpshooter. I mean, when people were like, oh, he did the sharpshooter bad at Survivor Series, I'm like, that looks good. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Well, I don't get it. What? Because he's not seated? Like, he's more down? I don't know. I didn't know at the time, but now I know. And then when he did it on Cena, the man has his hands like he's freaking, like he's, I don't know, like he's about to go in the casket. You know, when you have your hands across your chest and then you go down, right? That's basically how The Rock had Cena in the sharpshooter. He had a cross. He had to have his hands in a cross form to hold Cena's legs in the sharpshooter. That was bad. I don't care what anyone says. That was bad. But, you know, all the way to the end, Cena going for the people's elbow, and then he got caught to the Rock bottom, and then Cena gets the Rock gets the three count, and then Cena sitting on the stage like, shit. All that trash talking for nothing. He brought up my mama, and I couldn't even win the goddamn match. Like, Cena looked like he was about to cry. That was a great scene. That's just me. Holy shit. Number 5. Number 5. It's really hard to think. The Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 6, in the greatest city of the world, Toronto, Canada, in the Sky Dome, now known as the Rogers Center. Bruh. This match, hype as fuck. Ultimate Warrior coming out, Intercontinental Champion, you know, shaking the ropes, and, you know, it was just great. It was just a great thing. And then Hogan coming through, doing his whole thing, plus Edge was in the crowd when he was a fan at the time, you know. And then after that, you know, the match begins, test of strength, and, you know, both men they're not really selling that much, you know, but then in the end, Hogan, you know, tried to go for the leg drop, but then Warrior got out the way. Hogan felt the effect from it, and then he just got caught with a splash by Warrior. Then 1, 2, 3. He couldn't even sell a pinfall. He had to kick out right when the referee hit 3. But in the end, Ultimate Warrior getting that monumental win and just proving that, hey, Hogan isn't the only big guy that they got in the WWE. The Ultimate Warrior. But sadly, he was a douchebag at the time to where he fucked it all up for those many years. I don't care that he's dead. He did fucked up shit, and I will sit here and say, bruh, that wasn't good. Come on now. Holding a man hostage for money. I mean, I always imagine myself, what if I went to WWE and I was a wrestler? I don't think I would ever ask for more money. I would probably ask if it's something like a situation that I'm not sure about, and then I'll be like, would I get more money for this? You know, like something like that. But I wouldn't hold a man hostage for freaking money. I would be shocked that I get $1,000 or even more. You know, if I went to a WWE event and I'm working as a jobber, I would be crying the fact that I got over $200. That's how real I am, alright? I will still be the guy that can't believe that he's gotten so much money, even though, like, I know where I came from. You know, everybody, when they start getting those big-ass checks, they start thinking they're the man. Look at football players, which I never want to be, to begin with. People was telling me to be a football player. Fuck that! Yeah, you get money, you get bitches, you're big, and, you know, all that crap. But look at the guy that's getting the Warrior Award this year. The man's in a freaking wheelchair. Hell no. But yeah. The Ultimate Warrior did fucked up shit, but in the end, you know, he won the championship, and that was a great moment. One of my favorite matches at WrestleMania. Okay, WrestleMania 20, let's see. Number four. WrestleMania. Time to think. Favorite WrestleMania matches. Number 4 would have to be WrestleMania 22. Triple H and Cena. First of all, we got the Chicago fans going crazy. CM Punk doing Cena's entrance. The debut of the King of Kings theme song. And you know, John Cena with the Tommy gun shooting up the place. I'm pretty sure those were blanks. And overall, just the aspect of Cena fighting the game. It's like, you know, the game, the wrestler, the cerebral assassin, the king of mind games versus this Punk kid, Dr. Thugonomics, you know, shit, WWE champion for a while, and then, you know, just going up against a guy at the caliber of Triple H. You know, and the fans, again, you know, they gave Cena a lot of shit. They were like, we don't want this guy. We like Triple H. Triple H is the badass here. Cena's just Cena. We're all about Triple H, you know? But in the end, Triple H tapped out. Triple H just tapped out WrestleMania 20 and WrestleMania 22. Damn. And, you know, Triple H has not been successful at WrestleMania for a long time. WrestleMania 20, WrestleMania 21, WrestleMania 22. He wasn't there at WrestleMania 23. He lost at WrestleMania 24. You know, it took Triple H about 6 years. 5 to 6 years for him to get successful at WrestleMania. Damn, you know. And have you noticed that there's only three matches Triple H has been in the main event, one-on-one wise, where the main event sucked. When he fought, who was it? Randy Orton. When he fought Randy Orton in 2009, it wasn't. I liked the match because of the story behind it, but it like the crowd wise, it wasn't that interesting. And then WrestleMania 32 last year, Jesus Christ, I still can't get over. Fucking bounce one way and then bounce the other, ducks it, and then spear. I hate that finish. I really do. I can't stand. I really can't stand it. Okay, number three. Top best WrestleMania match of all of 32 WrestleManias. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 31, 2 years ago. I love this match because of the story behind it, and also the fact that Randy Orton did the nasty RKO. And I say nasty in a good way. He had him, he bent over, Rollins ran, had his boot on his neck, Orton popped up, bam, RKO. Nasty finish. Plus the match was great. Match was great too, It was a great match. I think it was like the second match of the night, I think. I could be wrong. But it was a great match, nothing less. Number 2, WrestleMania 30. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship Triple Threat match. Randy Orton, Batista, and Daniel Bryan. Mainly because I was able to watch it on television. I wasn't like everyone else, going on the internet, fucking cheap, cheap ass live streams, I watched it on TV. It was a dumb choice, kind of did. It kind of fucked up the bill, the TV bill, but it was freaking worth it. It was like $70. It was $79 to $80 in HD, and I mean, money-wise, that's a mistake, but in the end, it was freaking worth it because it was the second pay-per-view I was able to watch before the network that year. And I just loved, Daniel Bryan, who beat Triple H earlier that night. Randy Orton and Batista are there because Batista won the Rumble, Orange the champion. Daniel Bryan is there because he beat Triple H, when in reality he shouldn't be there. And also, Daniel Bryan had a messed up shoulder. Plus, the fans were behind him. Daniel Bryan was at the top, where like the fans, they would boo anyone, or don't cheer at all, or don't say a damn thing unless you're Daniel Bryan, and it was phenomenal. Daniel Bryan on the stretcher, and then he's fighting. Triple H trying to screw him over, and he just attacks Triple H. Batista hits a spear on Randy Orton, or he hits a Batista bomb on Randy Orton, and then he just comes in with that running knee, takes down Batista, and then Batista taps out to the yes lock. I do feel sorry for Batista and what happened to his run at the time, because I wanted Batista to go to WrestleMania. When I heard Batista was coming back after those long ass years, I told myself, bruh, Batista has to win the Rumble. And he did. Batista has to beat Randy Orton to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Sadly, that didn't happen because the fans were like, go fuck yourself, WWE. We are not taking Batista versus Orton. We're not taking that. By the way, that's the second year in a row, or that's the second time at WrestleMania where it was supposed to be Randy Orton versus Batista at one point, but WWE changed their mind. So, honestly, just remembering that moment where he tapped out and then the bell rung. Michael Cole's like, the Miracle Kid, a miracle on Bourbon Street. And the fans are just going nuts. And then Daniel Bryan holding the championship is like, finally, after month of getting screwed over, able to get the job done and retain the title, and win the title, I should say. Win the championship at SummerSlam, got cashed in on by Randy Orton. Winning the title, now the champions had to relinquish the title due to fuckery. And then finally went to WrestleMania and win the championship. So yeah, that match was just great. And my number 1 is obvious. John Cena versus The Miz, WrestleMania 27. I swear to God, this match was awesome. The Miz, freaking Okay, I can't even be serious about that one. I tried. I can't be serious about that. It's The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25. Okay? I will stick with this freaking match because I have to. I have to. Watching it again and again in the past, I have to stick with this match. It had JR. They had the fans in Houston was great. Undertaker was at his was like, so that was his peak. You know, he was still in his peak at the time, and now, you know, the Undertaker. I mean, after what happened on Raw, freaking chokeslamming Braun Strowman for no reason. He chokeslammed Braun Strowman, and he's like, shit. And then he turned around and he got speared. And I'm like, bruh, what's going on there? What's going on with that? I don't like that. Do that. Fix that. I don't like that. You know? But yeah, The Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, dude. I mean, watching him beat JBL to, you know, get all the money for his kids' college fund and not be broke. That was the storyline. And then he had to beat JBL again to get entry to fight The Undertaker at WrestleMania. They had to go through Vladimir Kozlov, who beat The Undertaker on SmackDown at around the time. And then finally was able to get to The Undertaker, but sadly lost. But that match, last rides, choke slams, old schools, tombstones, and a kick out, sweet chin music, to the chin, to the elbows, to the chest, outside dive, nearly breaking your neck on a cameraman. Dude, this match was phenomenal. If I could give you 5 honorable mentions, Cena Rock 2. I actually like that match. I don't care what you say. It's not good as the first one, but I like that match. But if anyone hates, you know, finisher after finisher after finisher after finisher after finisher usage, then you're gonna hate that match, guarantee it. That's number 1. Number 2, Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton, WrestleMania 22. Triple threat for the world title. You know, Rey Mysterio able to win the championship and, you know, beating Randy Orton. Kurt Angle just upset that he lost. And Rey Mysterio's entrance, you know, POD singing the song live. It was overall great, in my opinion. Number 3 would have to go to The Undertaker versus Edge, main event WrestleMania 24. That one was a great match. Number 4 would be Brock and Goldberg, WrestleMania 20. I don't give a fuck what you guys have to say. Eat a dick. It's my opinion, alright? I know. The match was awful. The fans knew they were leaving. The fans shit on them, and they didn't really do much. Well, if you believe the hype and you believe in the story that was in it, you know, the story all started back at Survivor Series. Freaking Goldberg interrupted Brock Lesnar, you know, Brock Lesnar's interview at Survivor Series. They're both wearing World Championship gold, and then at the Royal Rumble, Brock still had the championship, but Goldberg doesn't, you know. And then Goldberg was messing around with Brock, you know, trying to scare him, saying "Right Hardcore Holly," and then he turned around and Brock was scared. And then Goldberg was in the Rumble match. He was dominating, and then Lesnar just F5'd him, and then Kurt Angle eliminated. And then after that, Goldberg came at No Way Out, which set up for one of the greatest moments in WWE history. Goldberg speared Brock Lesnar, which left for Eddie Guerrero to capitalize and win the championship. And after all that, you know, F5ing Stone Cold, the referee, and, you know, just spearing Paul Heyman and Stone Cold, does Goldberg. All of that intertwined into one interpromotional match, which I still enjoy to this day. Do I watch the full match? Hell no, I do not. Do I watch it from start to finish? No, I watch it from start, I skip them in between, and I go to the end, and then that's it. And number 5, it would have to be John Cena, Edge, Big Show, World Championship. I love that match because I remember myself. When you're a kid, when you're a little kid and when you watch wrestling or you watch WWE, you have like a teddy bear or some shit and you wrestle around with it in the living room or in your room or whatever. That's what I did. And every time I watch WWE and I'm watching Raw and I'm up late at night, when my mom's sleeping, I'm just reenacting what I see on TV and I just do that shit. And I would do that for that match. And plus, Cena wants the World Championship. Edge screwed him over by winning the Elimination Chamber when he's not supposed to be in it because he's a SmackDown superstar. Vicky Guerrero got involved. Cena had to use secret footage for him to be entered into the world title match. Big Show was Vicky Guerrero's lover, which was, Jesus Christ, was awful. And many more. So, yeah, honorable mentions. But, yeah, when I was talking about promo packages earlier, I really do love the Limp Bizkit one and the Shane McMahon, Randy Orton promo package for No Way Out, or after that. Saliva, I swear to God, is one of the best freaking bands WWE has used. There's a lot of bands that they used that were great, but Saliva, it has to be one of them. Saliva was a great band to listen to, and just listen to that video package, just watching and listening to the song. It's just, holy crap, I just feel everything behind it. That's why I always tell you guys 2009 is my favorite year, because that's when I started watching wrestling. That's when I started watching WWE, from Undertaker chokeslam and Shelton Benjamin on SmackDown to Shane McMahon beating up Randy Orton at the end of Raw, and then after that just leading up to WrestleMania. I thought once it hit WrestleMania, because they keep saying how it's the biggest show of the year, I thought once it hit WrestleMania, it's done. It's like a season or some shit. The season finale, it's done. That's what I thought. I thought, okay, no more Raw. Okay, that sucks. I like it, but hopefully it doesn't end. But no, they went on and went on and went on. So yeah, but yeah, this year's WrestleMania. There's one match I could give my thoughts on. It would have to be the Goldberg and Lesnar match for the Universal title. I have no problem that this match is for the Universal Championship. No problem at all. I like it. Good. It adds another layer in the chapter of this freaking rivalry. Do I want it to end? Yeah, I kind of do, because I kind of want to move on. I kind of want to move on. Do I like what's going on? Yeah, I do, but it sucks because I'm still that guy that wants to watch the champion every week, when in reality it's not really that good. It's not really good to do that. Like when Shinsuke Nakamura was NXT champion, I barely seen him, and when I seen him, I'm like, yes, something good to watch, because NXT is kind of dying. But like when it's Raw or the main roster for that matter, when I don't see Bray Wyatt, it's like, what the fuck is Bray Wyatt? He's a WWE champion. Where the fuck he at? Or Universal champion. Kevin Owens, I swear to God, he was there every week. Every week, almost every segment, or at least one segment a night, he is there. But Goldberg and Lesnar. I heard that Lesnar, after he wins this match, he's gonna be wrestling more often. I would have no problem if Brock Lesnar is gonna wrestle at Raw pay-per-views and then the big ones after that. I have no problem with that either, because finally he'd probably do more than his freaking 2015 and 2014 run. So I have no problem with Brock coming through, winning the Universal title. It would good look around his waist anyway, and then he would just be champion, and it would just be phenomenal. It would just be great. It'd be great. And then I'm hearing Roman Reigns gonna beat him up at SummerSlam, take the title. I don't know. I can't really justify right now. I'll give my thoughts if it actually happens. But I'm hearing that, they're trying to set it up for next year. It's like, okay, this is not a Rock and Cena type shit. Why is Brock gonna fight Roman Reigns when his contract is up next year, by the way? Brock Lesnar's contract is up next year. If not, then 2 years from now. His contract should be up next year because I remember him signing for a 2-year deal. I think he did. Yeah. So why would Brock face Roman Reigns for the Universal title? They're going to make Roman win the Royal Rumble again? 2018's Royal Rumble is in Philly. They can't do this again. This is going to be like the third time where the Royal Rumble is going to be in Philly. 2004, 2015, and now 2018. So there's no way in hell that they're going to make Roman Reigns win the Rumble again. I doubt it, okay? He's not going to pull out John Cena or Shawn Michaels or Hogan or whatever people that won the Rumble twice. All right, he's not going to pull that shit. But people say, oh, when Roman Reigns fights The Undertaker, he should turn heel. I would love that, right? Like any other fan would. But do you see it happening? Huh? After all the attempts, he could have turned heel. Do you really think it's going to work now? Yeah, he's fighting The Undertaker, the best thing in WWE, you know, outside of like WrestleMania or whatever. But still, you really think it's going to work? Or happen? It could work, but happen? Like, no. Like, I mean, I get it. People probably said to themselves, oh, we never thought Hogan would turn heel. We never thought, you know, Sergeant Slaughter would turn heel. Or Bret Hart would turn heel. But they had to. Because the fans back then, WWE needed to do that. Now they don't need to do that. Think about it. I'm not thinking it like how a fan would think. I'm thinking how the company would think. I'm thinking how Vince McMahon would think. They had to turn those guys heel back then because it was necessary. WCW had to turn Hogan heel because it was necessary. If they didn't turn him heel, they're done. The fans were like, oh, fuck Hogan. Yeah, red and yellow and Hulkamania, brother, all that shit, you know? That's all it would have been. That's all it would have been. If they didn't turn him heel, that's all it would have been. But they turned him heel in WCW and still one of the greatest, if not the greatest, sports entertainer of all time. Simple as that. If they want Roman Reigns to be on that level, I agree he has to turn heel, but do you see it happening? Like I said, they had to do that. If they didn't do that, then they wouldn't be successful, or they probably will not be alive right now. But, you know, if they turn Roman heel, what it will do? It would be great. He could finally get booed. He could finally tell us to fuck off. He could go after the baby faces like a Sami Zayn or, you know, Chris Jericho. Maybe not, because Jericho's going to leave after WrestleMania, but still. Or maybe if Samoa Joe turns face somehow, he goes after, Roman Reigns goes after Samoa Joe. Or something, you know? Like, that's what I think. That's just me thinking there. But yeah, they don't need to turn him heel. That's what they're thinking. We don't need to turn him heel. John Cena reaction. You know, they can chant he sucks, but the kids and the hot moms and the ugly moms are gonna buy the shirts and they're gonna buy them the merchandise. That's where it matters. Fuck the dudes. The dudes do nothing but drink. They probably drunk when they chant. We don't know. Fuck the dudes. It's all about the chicks and the kids. The kids, you know. Think about the children. That's what WWE's doing. They're thinking about the kids. And I don't blame them for that. I would capitalize too. I would capitalize on the kids are loving this guy even though the dudes are hating him. You know, it's like, okay, are you buying his merch? Little kid, are you buying the merch? Or you are buying his merch? Okay, so, grown up, go fuck yourself. Give the kid what he wants. He wants to buy the merch, so buy the merch. You know, so that's their mentality, and I don't blame them for that. If that's not their mentality, they're fucking lying. Because then they would have turned him heel long time ago. They probably would have turned him heel when he freaking won the Rumble the first time in 2015. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts. Oh my god, the Raw Women's Championship is freaking. You know what? I keep telling myself so I won't forget. Do you know what I think about the Raw Women's title? And I'm gonna say this with all the respect in the world. The Raw Women's title, in my opinion, in the past couple of months since its inception back at WrestleMania, the Raw Women's Championship is a women's version of the Hardcore title. The Raw Women's title is the Hardcore Championship. It flip-flop back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, the times where Charlotte was champion reminds me of when the Undertaker was Hardcore champion. You know, when there was a 24/7 rule. It was still going on, but the Undertaker was champion. Do you really think anyone's going to beat up the Undertaker? No. So, when he won the Hardcore title, he held that belt for a little bit, for a couple of months. But it's just like Charlotte. You know, Charlotte was the champion, and then someone beat her for it, and then she wins it back. This time, she wins it back, though. So, it's basically the Hardcore title. It's like Crash going after the Hardcore Championship. He won the title about 15 to 16 times. That's basically Charlotte right there. Winning the title back and forth, back and forth. So, I might as well call the Raw Women's title the Hardcore Championship. The Raw Hardcore title. That's what I should call it now. Because if they're going to keep flipping it back and forth like it's a damn flip-flop or a damn, I don't know, like a flip phone or something that flips back and forth, then I might as well call it that. That's just my thoughts. Who's going to walk out of WrestleMania with the title? I honestly don't care. I don't care at this point. I really don't. Like, who's going to walk out champion? Does it really matter? Do you really give a fuck? I don't think so. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Because Sasha, unless she turns heel, if she turns heel, dude, finally, the banks I've been talking about for months finally came through. I'll finally get what I want. You know? Because Sasha Banks, yes, attractive as fuck. I'll be the first to tell you. Attractive. Yes. Interesting? No. Not anymore. Alright? I realized there was this little thing going on, how everybody's calling her the greatest. I'm like, I wouldn't go that far. I know it's your opinion, but come on. You're telling me she's greater than Trish, who actually was arm candy, was freaking candy you just look at, and then after that she became a kick-ass wrestler? Or Lita, just a part of the Hardy Boys extreme type shit, and then she finally went on her own and main evented Monday Night Raw. Or I'm not going to go with the Fabulous Moolah and back in the day type shit. I'm not really going to go to that, but you get my point. When people are calling her the greatest of all time, it's like, you kind of overstepping your bounds right now, you know, to me at least. Charlotte, she cannot have the title for a long time, and I'm talking a year or two. I don't give a fuck. Let her take a break, get her off TV, something. Leave, do something. I don't care. She cannot have that title anymore. Please, let her go to SmackDown, become a SmackDown Women's Champion. You know, I don't care. Just leave. That's all I hope. If Bayley retains, fine. Good enough. Sure. Nia Jax wins. Holy shit. That's holy shit. Because it's like, this bitch has barely done dick. Yet she's out here winning the title. You know? Who do I expect to come to WrestleMania to compete for the SmackDown Women's title? I hear Emma, which barely makes sense to me because she's on the Raw roster. That, you know, so I don't think that's going to happen. I think, still in my head, Eva Marie's coming back. I have a feeling. And I feel like she's going to come out black this time because she has black hair. Or maybe she dyed it back red. I don't know. But all I can say is, it's Eva Marie is going to be in the match. Maybe someone else could be a surprise. I keep hearing Victoria is going to be in the match. or return to WWE for that matter. I honestly can't justify it, but I can tell you, Eva Marie, in my opinion, is coming back. Why wait this long and then have something like this, have an opportunity like that for any active woman could come through and wrestle for the women's title? You're telling me that Eva Marie is that stupid enough to let that go by? I don't think so. Alright? That's just me. The Intercontinental Championship, Dean Ambrose and Corbin. I'm glad this is the one-on-one match for the first time since 2012 at WrestleMania 28. The Intercontinental title is the Intercontinental Championship is it's in a one-on-one match. You know, for the past 2 years, ladder match for the Intercontinental title, multi-man ladder match, and then WrestleMania 30 nothing, 29 nothing. So 28. Cody Rhodes and Big Show went at it for the IC title, so I'm glad to hear that. The U.S. title has a match, Owens and Jericho, which is a great thing to hear about. The Raw Tag Team belts are on the line. Anderson and Gallows against Cesaro and Sheamus and Enzo and Cass in a triple threat, which is nice to hear. A lot of people have a problem with it. I get it. You know, too many multi-man matches. I get that. I understand, but fuck it. We expected this anyway, so why complain? And the SmackDown Tag Team belts, the Usos on Talking Smack this past week was trying to, tell Daniel Bryan after the title win, look, can you put us on WrestleMania? Give us an opponent. I'm like, and then Daniel Bryan's like, who do you want to face then? I would have been like, I was hoping that they wouldn't say everyone, because number one, that's dumb, and number two, that's overstepping the line there. I do not want to see a repeat from WrestleMania 20 when the tag team from both brands are defending it in multi-tag team matches, okay? I remember the World Tag Team titles for Raw, Booker T and RVD had to defend the tag belts against Bobby Ray, Devon, Dudley, the Dudley Boys, La Resistance, and another team I can't remember. Maybe not Evolution. Another team I can't remember. But yeah, they had to defend in the Fatal 4-Way Sudden Death match. Also, WWE Tag Team titles, Rikishi and the other guy, what's his name? The Scotty Tuati, him, right? They were the Tag Team Champions for SmackDown. They had to defend it in a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match also against a lot of teams I can't remember either. So yeah, I do not want to see that where Usos are defending the tag team belts in a Fatal 4-Way Sudden Death match, even though the Fatal 4-Way tag team matches are retarded. You know, two men start in the ring and they tag anyone. No, that's dumb. Fatal 4-Way. That's like having a Fatal 4-Way and there's only two guys in the ring and the other guys have to tag in to get in the match. That's dumb. I hate that. The WWE Championship match. Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton. I would love to have Luke Harper in that match too. I really would. Because Luke Harper's done so much. And, I'm recording this Thursday night to Friday morning. And I'm going to upload this on Friday. You know, anything can happen. Luke Harper could beat Bray Wyatt in their match this Tuesday episode of SmackDown. And it could be inserted into the match. I don't know. Anything could happen. But I would have Luke Harper in the match regardless. And we could build up to WrestleMania. Like I said, WrestleMania is only 1 week. And I don't feel like it's an important thing. Next week is going to be important, no doubt. But it doesn't feel like it. Like, it just feels like, another week. It's only like 9 days away from now from WrestleMania. So, that's just me. That is just me. But yeah, that WWE title match should main event WrestleMania. I can't stress that enough. The Rumble winner has to main event WrestleMania. It just has to. Why can't they do that when it comes to having two brands having two major championships? Why does the one title that means less being defended in the main event. Like, why is the Universal title going to be defended in the main event when neither man has won the Rumble? Neither in Goldberg or Lesnar. I don't get that. Like, if I was WWE, I would put that match in the middle of the show just to get it over with. Let Lesnar have his moment. Done. You know, he gets paid and he leaves with the title. That's done. Done deal. And in the main event, it's Orton and Wyatt and maybe Harper. I don't know. 14 matches. That's a lot of matches, bro. That's a lot of matches. Oh my god. Yeah, Triple H and Rollins. Like I said at the last week's show, links in the description if you guys don't know. I would have, like I said in the last episode of the podcast, in the last podcast, I would have introduced Finn Balor in a way where Seth Rollins comes out, he plays everyone, and say, I'm not going to wrestle you, I'm not going to fight you, WrestleMania, I'm going to be in the corner of your replacement, and then Finn Balor comes out. That's what I would have done. But yeah, WrestleMania, it doesn't feel important, but I heard everyone else say that, but now I'm starting to feel like it doesn't feel like it's important. It's important regardless, but it just doesn't feel like, oh my, like you don't sit there and think, oh my god, I want WrestleMania now. That's how I felt 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But now it's like I want to know what's gonna happen after that. So let's just get WrestleMania over with, and let's just go. But yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. I really don't know. I mean, people are saying Kurt Angle being the new GM. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it, but will not be opposed of it. I will not be upset. Not at all. I don't know. And I heard, oh, by the way, hey, I'm so happy to hear this. I am so happy to hear this. An old WWE pay-per-view is returning. WWE Bad Blood. For the first time since 2004, when Triple H and Shawn Michaels main evented that pay-per-view inside Hell in a Cell, is returning. It's a Raw pay-per-view though, but they're returning. I like it. Bring back the old pay-per-views, bruh. I love this. They gotta start doing that. Now what they need to do is get rid of some old pay-per-views that I don't like. They need to get rid of some gimmick-ass pay-per-views I don't like. TLC is one of them. But I have no problem. But at the same time, come on. I think that's changeable. Hell in a Cell got to go. It ruins the match itself. Hell in a Cell got to go, in my opinion. As much as I love the Hell in a Cell concept and the structure or whatever, the pay-per-view itself got to go. It just needs to go. I mean, look at the one we had back in October. That is the problem. That's probably the worst Hell in a Cell pay-per-view out of all of them. Out of all of them. In 2009, the first one had a Hell in a Cell to begin the match. To begin the show. They had the Hell in a Cell match to begin the show in 2009. And that one was still better than what we got last October. That's just me. I want Money to Bank back at WrestleMania, but I have no problem if it's still a pay-per-view. No problem at all. People are saying get rid of it for King of the Ring. I keep hearing Vince don't like tournaments. I think the only reason why tournaments is happening is because of Triple H, not really Vince McMahon. But, yeah, I would get rid of Money to Bank and put it in the WrestleMania show instead of having it for a pay-per-view in the summer. Also, I would have fuck. So much. I don't want to say Great American Bash. I think that's corny. I don't want to. Night of Champions. Bring that back. I like that one. Every title's on the line. I love that pay-per-view. Where it demands everyone that's a champion defend their goddamn title. Every championship's got to be defended. Everyone. So, that pay-per-view I love very much. Breaking Point, I mean, it was different. It was like every main event match was in a submission match, you know? So, I guess that's okay, but I don't see that coming back. Bragging rights, maybe. Get rid of Extreme Rules for One Night Stand. I would love that. So much more. There's so much more. Armageddon for December. I will take that. Or Starrcade. Whichever one. And, yeah. There's a lot more pay-per-views I want back, but in the end, we all know it's not going to happen. They're going to have the same old pay-per-views, so whatever. And that's it, guys. That's it for the 7 Days Podcast. If you guys can, please click that thumbs up button down below on the YouTube side. And subscribe if you're new. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Links in the description box below. And I'm out. Thank you for listening. And later. Jesus Christ. This podcast was fucking horrendous. I literally had to pause the damn video and the damn clip, the damn audio. I have to pause. I'm fucking up right now. I have to pause the damn audio and just I don't know.